My name is Matt, and like many millennials, I was an avid user of social media, including Snapchat. It was the perfect platform to share snippets of my life with friends and family. But one seemingly ordinary day, my Snapchat experience took a dark and chilling turn. It started with a simple notification, a friend request from someone named unknown user. Curiosity got the better of me, and I accepted the request without thinking twice. But as soon as I did, a feeling of unease washed over me. Unknown user had no profile picture and no information about themselves. It was as if they were a complete mystery. I tried to shake off the feeling and moved on with my day, but as I scrolled through my friend's stories, I noticed something odd. A series of cryptic and unsettling snaps. The snaps were sent by unknown user, each containing strange symbols and blurred images. They seemed to be following me, appearing in every friend's story that I viewed. My heart raced as I realized that this was no coincidence. It was deliberate. I decided to block unknown user, hoping that would put an end to the disturbing snaps. But that only seemed to fuel their determination. As days passed, the snaps became more frequent and bizarre. They appeared even when I hadn't opened the app or when my phone was on silent. Fear gripped me, and I confided in my closest friends, seeking their advice. Some suggested that it might be a prank, while others thought it was a glitch in the app. But as the snaps continued, I knew there was something more sinister at play. My sleep suffered, and I became increasingly paranoid. I couldn't escape the feeling of being watched, even in the safety of my own home. Every notification made my heart skip a beat, wondering if it was yet another disturbing snap from unknown user. Desperate for answers, I decided to contact Snapchat's support team, but their responses were automated and offered no real solution. It was as if I was stuck in a digital nightmare with no way out. One evening, while walking home from work, I felt an eerie presence behind me. I turned around, but there was no one there. The feeling persisted, and I quickened my pace, glancing over my shoulder every few steps. As I approached my apartment building, I noticed a faint figure standing in the shadows across the street. My blood ran cold as I recognized the silhouette. It was someone in a hooded jacket, holding a phone up, as if taking pictures or videos. Fear consumed me, and I rushed inside my building, fumbling to lock the door behind me. I peered through the peephole, but the figure had vanished. I knew deep down that it had to be unknown user. Terrified and feeling isolated, I reached out to the police. They listened to my story and promised to look into the matter. But without any concrete evidence or identification of the stalker, their hands were tied. Days turned into weeks, and the snaps continued, tormenting me both online and offline. I began to suspect everyone around me, wondering if they were somehow connected to unknown user. I stopped using Snapchat altogether, hoping that cutting off the platform would end my nightmare. But the sinister snaps persisted, now arriving through different apps and social media platforms. It seemed that unknown user was everywhere, haunting my every digital step. I felt trapped, a prisoner in my own virtual world. As the days turned into months, I couldn't escape the feeling that I was being driven to the brink of insanity. My life revolved around avoiding the unknown stalker and wondering when the next snap would appear. Then, just as I was about to lose hope, the police made a breakthrough. They managed to trace the IP address of the account responsible for the sinister snaps. It led to a residential address on the other side of town. With the police by my side, I nervously approached the house. The moment felt surreal, like I was stepping into a real-life horror movie. My heart pounded in my chest and my hands trembled as we knocked on the door. To my surprise, the door was answered by a young woman, seemingly innocent and confused about our presence. But as the police questioned her, her facade crumbled, and she confessed to being the creator of unknown user. She had been stalking me out of jealousy and obsession. She had found my Snapchat account randomly, and her infatuation with me had spiraled into something dark and twisted. The relief of finally knowing the identity of my tormentor was overwhelming, but the emotional scars of the ordeal remained. I had lost my sense of security and trust, forever changed by the sinister snap that had invaded every aspect of my life. The young woman was arrested and charged with cyberstalking, and I slowly began to rebuild my life. learning to be more cautious and guarded with my online presence. The experience served as a stark reminder that the digital world could be just as dangerous as the real one, and the sinister snap had left an indelible mark on my psyche, forever reminding me of the importance of online safety and vigilance. Story 2. Like many young adults, I enjoyed using Snapchat to connect with friends and share moments from my life. But one evening, my Snapchat experience took a turn towards the eerie and unsettling, leaving me questioning reality itself. It was a rainy Friday night, and I was home alone, scrolling through my Snapchat stories. As I watched a friend's vacation snaps, a message notification popped up. The sender's name was Unknown Sender, and their profile had no picture or information. Curiosity got the better of me, and I opened the chat. The message consisted of a single word: watch. It was cryptic and unnerving, but I dismissed it as a prank from one of my friends. I decided to play along and replied, "Watch what?" expecting a humorous response. Seconds passed and the notification icon indicated that the sender was typing. But instead of a response, the chat suddenly vanished. It was as if the entire conversation had been deleted, leaving no trace of the mysterious message. I brushed it off as a glitch, but a feeling of unease lingered. I decided to distract myself by watching a movie. As the suspenseful plot unfolded on the screen, I received another message notification from Unknown Sender. This time, the message read, "I see you." My heart skipped a beat as I glanced around the room. The curtains were drawn, and I could see the rain pouring outside. It was impossible for anyone to be watching me. "Again," I replied, asking who it was and what they wanted. But just like before, the chat vanished without a response. My mind raced with thoughts of pranks and hacking, but I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was toying with me. I decided to block the Unknown Sender, hoping that would put an end to the disturbing messages. But as I tried to block them, I couldn't find their profile anywhere in my friends list or recent chats. It was as if they had never existed. Unease turned to panic, and I reached out to my friends to see if they were playing a prank on me. They all denied any involvement, assuring me that they had no idea who Unknown Sender was. Feeling vulnerable and afraid, I reported the incident to Snapchat's support team. They responded with a generic message about privacy and recommended updating my app. But the messages kept coming, each time disappearing before I could block or report the sender. As days turned into weeks, the messages became more unsettling. They referenced personal details about my life, things that only a select few should have known. My sense of security shattered, and I started to doubt everyone around me. I even considered deactivating my Snapchat account altogether, but I felt trapped. Unknown Sender seemed to have complete control, appearing on my screen at random times, their messages vanishing before I could act. Desperate for answers, I confided in a friend's older brother who worked in cybersecurity. He took the matter seriously and decided to investigate the situation himself. After days of meticulous research, he discovered traces of a sophisticated hacking technique known as phantom chats. These messages were designed to vanish instantly, leaving no trace behind, making it nearly impossible to track the sender. But he didn't stop there. He continued to dig deeper, determined to unmask the mysterious Unknown Sender. It was a race against time as the messages grew more sinister and intrusive. Finally, a breakthrough came. The traces left by the hacker led to an IP address from a different country. It was a dead end, but my friend's brother was relentless. With the help of international law enforcement, they managed to identify the individual responsible for the haunting messages. The person behind Unknown Sender turned out to be a skilled hacker with a personal vendetta against me. They had accessed personal information through a security breach on a website I had used, using it to torment and harass me. The hacker was apprehended, and my Snapchat account was secured. But the damage had been done. I had lost my sense of safety and trust in the digital world. The incident served as a chilling reminder that no platform was entirely secure, and that my privacy was vulnerable to those with malicious intent. As I slowly regained my confidence, I became more cautious about my online presence. taking steps to protect my personal information and being vigilant about cybersecurity. The vanishing chat had left a lasting scar, forever reminding me of the dangers that lurked in the shadows of the virtual world. Story 3. I'm Alex, a photography enthusiast and an avid user of Snapchat. It was the perfect platform for me to showcase my passion for capturing the world through my lens. But one night, my virtual playground turned into a dark and haunting experience that I'll never forget. It was a stormy evening, and the sound of rain against my window created the perfect ambiance for a cozy night indoors. As I lay on my couch, snapping away pictures of the raindrops, a message notification popped up from an unfamiliar username, Dark Snapper. Curiosity piqued. I opened the chat and a cold chill ran down my spine. Instead of a message, there was a snap, and was nothing like I had ever seen before. It was a pitch black image, as if taken from the depths of a void. Confused and unnerved, I quickly swiped it away, hoping to forget the unsettling sight. But the snaps from Dark Snapper didn't stop there. Each night, a new snap would appear, always black and void. It was as if someone was trying to send me a message from the darkness itself. The strange snaps became an unnerving routine, and I couldn't help but feel like I was being watched. My once beloved app had become a source of fear, and I couldn't escape the persistent feeling of being followed, even in the safety of my home. I decided to confide in my close friend Lisa, who had always been my go-to person for advice. She was skeptical at first, suggesting that it might be a prank or a glitch in the app, but the fear in my eyes convinced her that something was genuinely wrong. Together, we tried to trace the mysterious username, but every attempt led to a dead end. Dark Snapper seemed to exist only in the virtual shadows, beyond our reach. The tormenting snaps began to take a toll on my sleep and daily life. I started isolating myself, unable to escape the sense of dread that accompanied each new notification. My passion for photography, once a source of joy, now felt tainted and haunting. Feeling desperate, I reached out to Snapchat's support team, hoping they could provide some answers. They assured me that they would investigate the issue, but the dark snaps continued, leaving me more fearful than ever. Then one night, as I lay in bed staring at my phone, Lisa called me with a breakthrough. She had found a thread on an online forum discussing similar experiences with Dark Snapper. It seemed that I wasn't the only one plagued by these haunting snaps. The forum users shared stories of untraceable usernames and mysterious black snaps that had invaded their lives. Some believed it to be a malevolent entity or an elaborate viral marketing campaign, while others remained skeptical. Armed with the collective experiences of others, I felt a newfound determination to put an end to this haunting mystery. Lisa and I decided to share our story on the forum, hoping to connect with others who had faced the same ordeal. The response was overwhelming. Dozens of people reached out, sharing their experiences and theories about the dark snaps. Some believed it to be the work of a sophisticated hacking group, while others speculated on the possibility of an AI-generated account gone rogue. United by our shared fear, we formed a support group, vowing to stand together against the unknown darkness that had invaded our digital lives. With the strength of this newfound community, I continued to document the haunting snaps, hoping to unravel their hidden message. As days turned into weeks, the snaps gradually changed. The black void started to reveal faint images, distorted and obscure. Through collective analysis, we began to piece together the hidden clues. The images seemed to hint at a forgotten past, a dark chapter that someone wanted to bring to light. It was a mystery that transcended the virtual realm, and it seemed like the snaps were a desperate cry for help. Armed with this newfound understanding, we approached the authorities, providing them with the evidence we had collected. They took our concerns seriously and promised to investigate the issue further. As the investigation progressed, the dark snaps began to fade, and the haunting presence seemed to withdraw. The support group's efforts had sent a clear message. We would not be silenced or tormented any longer. Months passed, and Dark Snapper never resurfaced. The fear that had once gripped our lives slowly subsided, and we started to reclaim our sense of security in the digital world. Though the mystery of Dark Snapper was never fully unraveled, the experience had forever changed us. We had found strength in unity, showing that even in the face of an unknown darkness, there was power in standing together and supporting one another. As the stormy night passed, I glanced at my phone and saw a notification. It was a snap from a friend, a colorful image that brought back a sense of joy and normalcy. The dark snaps were gone, but the memories of our haunting journey would forever be etched in our minds, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of community in the face of the unknown.